ようこそ、ご主人様お嬢様. Welcome, masters and princesses, to a new edition of Made News Network. And today we have a very special guest. I'm very happy to interview him. And I've known him for a few years, mostly online. And then we've met a few times over the years, most recently at the LA show for Band-Maid. So without further ado, let's welcome Hawk Metal. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, this is Hawk Metal. Based mainly on Twitter and then also on Reddit. Yeah,
Okay.
I follow Band-Maid a lot, if you might not have noticed.
Yes, yes. Your profile picture on Twitter is very iconic.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
So I think that's been the
Yeah, white
same.
face.
That has been the same ever since I went on Twitter. That has never changed, correct?
I haven't changed it. Yeah.
Okay. And is that a tribute to Kiss or something else?
Oh no, that's all baby metal.
Ah, baby metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a time when baby metal when you had to do that white makeup to get into the venue.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It
wow.
was
What
required. It was required.
what year was that?
There was a couple, I think one in 2016 and another in 2017.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Well, why don't we get into some questions? Even though I've known you for so long, where did the name Hawk Metal come from?
So that's basically baby metal.
Okay.
Everybody has a middle name.
Ah,
So that's your password to get into the fan club of baby metal.
uh-huh.
And well, that one isn't mine because I couldn't get that one. But yeah, I go by the alias for that. I use the hot part as it's part of my real name in
Ah,
idiom. Yeah.
I see, I see. Okay, that's cool because I never knew that. And where exactly are you from? Because you're fluent both in Japanese and in English. So what's kind of the story as far as where you were born, where you went?
Well, I was born here in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
but then at a small age, from the age of 3 to 11, I was in America, actually in
Okay.
LA.
Mm.
So I grew up in LA, basically America. So that's where I
Okay.
got my English. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So we were both in LA at the same time. So it's very nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, my hometown was LA. So
Okay.
anyway, um so people do know you quite well, not only in the Japanese bandmate fandom, but also overseas fans know you very well. So can you kind of explain um, how it is that people know you, what it is that you've done in the Band-Maid fandom to really make yourself kind of famous among the fans?
Well, I'm not sure about the famous part, but yeah. Well, basically, the first SNS I started was actually G plus.
Okay.
It's was Google, yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
that was
okay.
broken down. And after that, I switched to Twitter and also Reddit. And uh, let's see, in G plus, I was posting set lists as well. I was getting into it,
Hmm.
and I was then sharing them out to in Reddit because actually no one else was doing that at the time.
Yeah.
And also, actually, in baby metal, there are a lot of quite vocal Japanese fans who will put out articles in English,
Hmm.
but there wasn't at the time anybody was doing that in the bandmate community.
I see.
So, and really, just because I really got into bandmate,
Yeah.
I just wanted to help them out and also introduce all of the overseas masters and priestesses
Hmm.
to bandmate.
Hmm.
And so I started doing the set list by myself. At first, I was mistaken a lot, and then also wasn't going to all the shows at the time
Hmm.
because in 2016, a lot of the shows were on weekdays. And since I was working, I couldn't go to a lot of the shows on weekdays that were in the other prefectures,
Right.
in other than the area that I live in, which is Tokyo.
Right.
So at the time, so there was other super fans that were going out, and I would ask them if I could get the set list and things like that. And then also, well, since I'm asking all the time, might as well do it myself. So I started jotting down set lists and then putting it out on Twitter and made it. And then also after a while, since I was going to almost every show after some time in 2017, I started doing out this report service reports, I call them. And so my experiences during the time at the Band-Maid services in English, all in English.
Yeah.
I didn't put anything in Japanese, but I used to go out in things. I would maybe put up some short comments on Twitter in Japanese, but for the long ones, I would write them down and then set them out to edit. So for a time, I did that for a lot, almost every show I went. So
yeah.
I guess that's quite a regular poster there. And I'll do translations of articles as well and things like that.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
now, I'm not doing that much. I probably have to catch up on that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think you realize how much of a difference she made to a lot of fans that were overseas who could only understand English. It helped me in the beginning as I was trying to learn my own Japanese and just trying to learn about Band-Maid. And so I would find these translations and I would see hawk metal, hawk metal, hawk metal. So I was like, who is this guy? So yeah, you definitely made a difference. And I think you were one of the pioneers of the set list service report translations, which a lot of people have gotten into these days. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for that. I mean, it really made a difference, I think, to a lot of fans.
Okay, really, that's good to hear. And yeah, that's what I was aiming to do. So yeah, and Band-Maid has, well, because they're so good, they're getting better. But if I did anything to help, it'll be a real honor for me.
Yeah, no, you absolutely did. So, how did you first come to know Band-Maid, and when was your first show?
Okay, as I named my Twitter name and things like that are from Baby Metal. I first got into Baby Metal and then other Japanese bands because I was away from music for quite some time. Maybe I would some shows, music shows or something like that, but I wouldn't really go to any lives or anything like that. And they really put me back into music, and I really started regularly listening to music because of them.
Yeah.
And after that, I have my name, and and since it seems that it's grown out, I'm probably not going to change it, so I'm probably going to go as it is for now. Yeah.
So, when was your first show? Like, do you remember
Sorry
the venue and what year?
That my first show was in 2017.
Okay.
I think it was January 6th or 7th, I think. Yeah, at the Akasaka Blitz.
Oh, that was your first show.
Yeah, that was
wow.
That was Band-Maid's first major venue show.
Right.
Really, one man, first one.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried to get into some of their shows in December or November of 2016, but they're all sold out. I couldn't get any tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard thing with the lottery in Japan. Just you try, and sometimes you just can't get it. Okay.
No, I was a bit late. Yeah. So in 2016, I was in the Baby Metal, but I realized that I was listening to Band-Maid much more. So I started to, I think I really had to go to Band-Maid more and went to their shows. And then after that, I got hooked. So
yeah, absolutely.
So basically, in 2017, I think I went to almost all their shows that was in the Kanto area. I think 27 or something, I think, when I counted or something. That year, 2018 was like 42 or 3. Yeah, yeah. So, and after that, a lot of more. So I think over 100 times I've been seen Band-Maid now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the exact number or have you kind of lost track?
Uh, wait a second. I put that in my phone somewhere, but I don't know the exact number anymore. Yeah.
But it's in the
Over,
hundreds
over
now.
yeah, over 100 now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you and a few others. It's always impressive and it's really cool to see. I can only dream to get to those numbers someday. So
Yeah.
so in all those years and all of those shows, do you have a favorite memory? Is there anything that kind of stands out like, oh, this was so amazing?
Okay, yeah, that would be when I got to the rails at a couple of the shows, I think in 2018.
Hmm.
My lottery ticket luck, it really sucks. So I usually get into maybe 200 or 300 or something like that.
I see.
But and actually I think I've never by myself pulled a number under 30 or something like that. Yeah. And so at the tours, I think that one was in Takamatsu and one was in Fukuoka.
Hmm.
I was offered tickets by a fellow fans that said there was a friend or so that they had extra tickets,
Yeah,
and they gave me the ticket right now, not really paying payment or anything. So
yeah.
since yeah, you already help, you always help. So here, have your ticket. So
Hmm.
I got to the rails, and that was really I really couldn't remember what else I had the day.
That's really cool. And 日本のご主人、お嬢様のため、ちょっと日本語でちょっといいですか？
はいはい、どうぞ。
はい。だから、バンド名の一番いい思い出は何でしょうか？
最善を取ったところですかね。で、自
はい。
分のチケット運が本当に、本当に腐ってるんで、200万、300万とか、だいたいいつも出てるんですけど、
はい、はい。
2018年の高松と、九州の福岡だったかな。北九州か。北九州の時に、まあ、他のファンから、チケット余ってるから、行こうっていう話で、で、だいぶ正番が良かったんで、
はい。
それで、最善が取れて、もう本当に感動しました。
よかったですね。いいな。That's so awesome. So, you've been to so many shows in Japan, but you also have flown to America. And just this year, just last month, you went to the San Francisco show and you also went to the Los Angeles show.
Yeah, yeah, those two, yeah.
Right. So, how were they?
Well, there were, yeah, a change because, we can't really do any shouting or things or sing-alongs in Japan right now, and still
Right.
not.
Right.
So it was quite a change in America.
Right.
And I also really shouted my heart out, and my voice was really hoarse after LA. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So,
which of the two shows did you enjoy more and why?
which one? In America?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I would say LA. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because then we have that Misa t-shirt stuff. I mean, Misa towel stuff and stuff.
Oh, right.
You
Right.
know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
when you compare um just Japanese shows in general, not just recently since we can't really scream or shout, but Japanese shows in general and shows overseas, what do you find different? What do you find the same?
okay, in Japan, there are a lot of fans that have gone to maybe a lot of the shows.
Hmm.
So there's a regular timing when you would like raise your hand or pump your fist and
Got
things
it.
like that. And it's sort of choreographed over here. So yeah, so everybody just does their thing at the time, and yeah, I have it remembered by heart. Yeah, basically. And I was doing it also when I was in the America shows, but actually no one was really following out. But yeah, I did it anyway.
Right,
But yeah,
right, right.
But and so in LA, I probably well that kind of familiarity they don't have. I not LA, I should say USA.
Hmm.
Familiarity they don't have. But a lot of the well, it was only two shows, but I noticed was that there was a lot of sing-alongs,
Hmm.
and also maybe not just the whole song, but
Hmm.
maybe at the the characteristic points that a lot
Right.
of like um, masters and princesses would shout out.
Right. 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 So,海外のお給仕と日本のお給仕比べて、
うん。
共通点何がありますか？違うのは。
違うとこ聞いてたよね、さっき。だから違うとこ言うけど、日本だと、馴染みの多い、ご主人様、お嬢様が多いっていうのもあって、
はい。
ある程度もう、暗黙の了解で手の挙げるとことかですね、声の
はいはい。
上げると決まってきてるので、もう
はいはい。
この時にこれだとかってそういうのが
そう
あるんで、
そうです。
で、それでもう、結構そういった意味で一体感があるんで、もう、それにのっとって、私もアメリカ行った時にもう、そのまんまやっちゃったんですけど、周りはついてこなかったけど、
はいはい。
はい。で、えーアメリカだと逆に多分そこまで、馴染みがないっていうのもあるんですけど、あとはやっぱりちゃんともうかなり聞き込んでるなっていうのがあって、歌のですね、印象的なところで、
はいはい。
結構一緒になんか歌うっていうかですね、一緒になんか叫ぶとか、
はいはい。
そういったものが結構ありますよね。本当に
はい。
だから。レイディオってインフルエンサーの、本気通りでとか、
はい。
いろいろありますけどね。
はいはい。ホークメットさんは、どっちがいい？
どっちもいいと、それはもうそれでどっちでもいいと思いますよ。
はいはい
うん。
はい。はい。わかりまし
はい。
た。Okay, great. Now, moving on to the actual Guns N' Roses show. So, yesterday, Band-Maid was a supporting act. They appeared at 4 p.m. Grand Rodeo came out at 5, and then on to the big show with Axel and Slash afterwards. How was the show for you?
Yeah. Well, show itself was great, of
Yeah,
course. And Band-Maid always nails it. And then Guns N' Roses was also great. 3 hours with all that energy,
right.
all those guitar solos that you don't really hear much these days.
Right.
And really, yeah, really, there was really a lot, so energetic and things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, really great, really great. Yeah.
So were you a fan of Guns N' Roses when you were younger?
Yeah, I was. So when they were breaking out, of course, I was doing a lot of air checking with the radio at the time. So
Hmm.
of course, I also into Guns N' Roses, and I think I had their first 2, 3 albums.
Hmm.
After that, I haven't followed them that much, but yeah, I could say that I like them at the time.
I see. Yeah, no, I mean, I remember when I was young and learning guitar, I had a guitar magazine with the tabs for Sweet Child of Mine. So it was da 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 da. Da.
Yeah, I
So
can't really remember the names of the songs or things like that. But when I was hear them, like, oh, that song. Oh yeah, okay, this song. Things like that.
right, right,
Yeah,
right, right, right. So
yeah. All right.
um
Okay.
so what was it like to hear Band-Maid in that size of a venue? Um like just I mean, how much more was it or was it not? Like how did it feel, just the mood for you?
Okay. Yeah. First thing, since the Band-Maid was the support act number one for them
Right,
on Sunday, and
right.
started out at 4 p.m. and the crowd wasn't in there yet. Actually,
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe a third or so, and when
Yeah.
Band-Maid was starting. And when they ended, it was maybe a half or so.
Okay.
So it wasn't really that packed at the time. Yeah,
Right,
it's
right,
yeah for that. Yeah,
right,
but for what they were, I think they really made a good impression on the fans there.
right.
And yeah, I also put up my uh, thoughts on Twitter and things like that. But a lot of responses for that. And
Right.
also did a lot of checking, and it seems like a enormous amount of the Guns N' Roses fans liked Band-Maid and thought that they would go to the next live.
Right,
So
right.
I think they made a great impression to the. I think so. Saitama, I think had at the time. I think I saw one day 15,000 or so fans. I think or so, maybe
Mm,
more.
mm,
So a third of that would be like 5,000 or so. So
mm.
I think they made a very good impression. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Mm.
was looking at Twitter yesterday and I noticed a lot of tweets that were being liked by you and some other Japanese fans. And so I was going through and I was liking them too. And I was like, wow, the response is pretty incredible.
Mm.
People hearing Band-Maid for the first time and being really excited about that. So that was
Yeah.
really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah. Also because the way the tickets were sold,
Mm,
when it was announced that Bandmate was supporting them, I think the gold seat tickets, the ones at the front, were all
mm.
sold out at the time.
Okay.
So the people in the front, middle to front blocks, all came because of Guns N' Roses, and none of them for a Bandmate, basically.
Mm.
I managed to get a ticket for the gold seats that was in the very back of the places. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was just because I forgot I forgot to pay for the first time for the tickets for the first time, and
Ah,
later for some reason it was up for sale again. So I
okay.
managed to get one of those higher price seats, $300 or so.
Okay, okay. But you were there, so that was great. It was another
Yeah,
great
yeah.
experience.
Around
That's
me,
very
nobody was really into, so I was like jumping up and down, but all by myself.
That's yeah, I think when you're a Bandmate fan, it doesn't matter if people are with you or you're by yourself. You just your whole heart is in there. So I totally understand. So another thing that people may or may not know about you is that you're quite a merchandise collector. And
Uh,
how many t-shirts do you have now?
I don't know.
In the hundreds also?
I'll send you a picture later, but yeah, I have a wardrobe full of just t-shirts,
Okay.
and then I don't know, maybe 10 or so hoodies or stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
other goods and stuff. So I really don't know.
That means you have a lot. When you don't
I
know,
have
it
a
means
lot.
you
I
have a
have a
lot.
lot. I have a lot. I have a lot. Yeah.
Do you have a particular favorite, like a signed merchandise or something special that yeah, that's yours in your possession?
Okay. Signed merchandise. I have a few. Okay. So I got the one from my wait. It's in the back right now.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. This was from. Yeah. I think this is one
Ah,
yeah,
that's nice.
signed T-shirt actually. So not much of this kind of stuff because most of it's signed posters and things like that.
Right, right. Yeah, that's very cool. And you're kind of a t-shirt guy, so that's special to you.
Yeah, just plain white.
Right. No, that's
So
cool. That's
it's easy to say. You see the signs.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's cool.
Yep.
So, we are going to wrap up, but before we do, just a very simple question. Do you have a favorite Band-Maid album or song? Can you narrow it down?
Okay, I would narrow it down to Choose Me and Dice, I
Mm,
guess.
okay.
Mm.
And then how about albums?
Albums, World Domination, I guess, would be my
Okay.
favorite. Mm.
Okay, great, great. Thank you so much. Well,
Yeah.
we're just about finished, but is there anything that you would like to say to the overseas fans who are watching this video right now?
Oh, well, thank you for following Bandmade. And yeah, if you see me, please give me a hand or something at the time. I probably won't be able to go many times, but yeah, I'll see if I can follow them around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And if
again,
you come to, and if you come to Japan, please, if you can say, I can help you out if you need any help, I guess.
oh, that's very cool. So you heard
Yeah.
from Hawk Metal himself, if you need help, reach out to him and he'll help you.
Well, I've
So,
done a few things already, so it's okay, I
yeah,
guess.
that's no, hey, I mean, I think that's cool about the Band-Maid fan community is we do tend to help each other out. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 日本のご主人、ご主人、お嬢様に、ちょっと話したいことありますか？
え
ないんですか？
いや、まあ、バンメイドが世界征服はね、どんどん進めてるんで、まあ、それをね、応援していく立場でやっていきたいと思いますんで、まあ、皆さんも、まあ、いろいろね、日本になって寂しいかもしれませんけど、まあ、世界、いろいろ羽ばたいていく彼女らを、応援してあげてほしいと思います。私からは以上です。
はい。ありがとうございます。世界征服。Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you again so much for coming out today and for just sharing your story and just some of your experiences. I think a lot of people, again, they know the name, they know that iconic profile picture. So it's nice to hear a little bit more from the man himself. So thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうご
So,
ざいます。
So we have been Band-Maid News Network. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share. Please visit Band-Maid Fans Cafe for just a community. And these videos will keep on coming. So we're glad to have you. So thank you again, Masters and Princesses. ご主人様、お嬢様、ありがとうございます。See you again. Bye bye.
バイバイクルッポー。
グループ